Mana! Welcome back to another episode of Dishome Kidabida. If it is your first time here, this is where we explore, learn, and speak Kidabida. My name is Masaka Mdavida Tiki. As you can see from the title of this video, on today's episode, we are going to learn about the personal pronouns in Kidabida. In Kiswahili, we can translate that to nafsi. And we have three personal pronouns. We have the first person, the second person, and the third person. In Kiswahili, we can translate that to nafsi ya kwanza, nafsi ya pili, na nafsi ya tatu. So we start with the first person. The first person singular in Kidavida is inimoni or ini. In Kiswahili, we can translate that to mimi. The first person plural in Kidavida is isiveni. In Kiswahili, that is sisi. Let's now move to the second person. The second person singular in Kidavida is okumoni or oho. And that is wewe in Kiswahili. The second person plural in Kidavida is inyoveni or inyo. And that is translated to nyinyi or ninyi in Kiswahili. And the third person singular in Kidavida is omoni. And in Kiswahili, that is yeye. The third person plural in Kidavida is veveni. Veveni. Not weweni. Veveni. And in Kiswahili, that can be translated to wow. Now let's talk about the affixes that are accompanied by these persons in Kidavida. And I will also give the equivalent in Kiswahili so that you can get to know exactly what I am talking about. The first person singular, which is inimoni, is usually accompanied by na. So you will say inimoni na, and then you add the verb. In Kiswahili, that is translated to mimi ni. So this ni is what I'm referring to it as na in Kidavida. Inimoni na, and then you give the verb. In Kiswahili, we say mimi ni, then you give the verb. The second person singular is okumoni kwa. The third person singular is omoni wa. In Kiswahili, yeye a. Now let's go to the plurals. The first person plural, which is sisi in Kiswahili, is isiveni. That is usually accompanied by da. Isiveni da. And then you give the verb. The second person plural is inyoveni mwa. So mwa is what is accompanying the second person plural. And the third person plural, which is veveni, is usually accompanied by va. So it will be like veveni va, and then you give the verbs. So I will give you two sentences which will all incorporate the three persons. So this is the sentence. Inimoni naveshoma Kidavida. That means mimi ninasoma Kitaita. That is the Kiswahili translation for that sentence. Inimoni naveshoma Kidabida. Mimi ninasoma Kitaita. The plural of that will be isiveni da veshoma Kidabida. Isiveni da veshoma Kidabida. Let's now move to the second person using the same sentence. Wewe unasoma Kitaita. That will be okumoni kwabeshoma Kidabida. Okumoni kwabeshoma Kidabida. Let's move to the plural of the second person. That is, nyinyi mnasoma Kitaita. That will be inyoveni mwabeshoma Kidabida. Inyoveni mwabeshoma Kidabida. Let's now move to the third person. Yeye anasoma Kitaita. That will be omoni wabeshoma Kidabida. Omoni wabeshoma Kidabida. That is the third person singular in that sentence. Let's now move to the third person plural using the same sentence. In Kiswahili that will be wao wanasoma Kitaita. In Kidabida that will be veveni vaveshoma Kidabida. Let me repeat. Veveni vaveshoma Kidabida. I hope that you have understood and the first sentence was clear to you all. Let's now move to the second sentence. Again, incorporating all the three persons that we have learned about today. So this is the sentence that I'm going to use. Inimoni navedeka vindo. Inimoni navedeka vindo. That can be translated to mimi ninapika chakula. Mimi ninapika chakula. Let's now move to the first person plural. That is isiveni davedeka vindo. Isiveni davedeka vindo. In Kiswahili that can be translated to sisi tunapika chakula. Let's now move to the second person using the same sentence. Wewe unapika chakula. That will be okumoni kwavedeka vindo. Okumoni kwavedeka vindo. And in plural, that will be nyinyi mnapika chakula. In Kidabida that is inyoveni mwavedeka vindo. Inyoveni mwavedeka vindo. Let's now take the last part, which is the third person. Using the same sentence, that will be yeye anapika chakula. In Kidabida that will be omoni wavedeka vindo. Omoni wavedeka vindo. The plural of that sentence will be wao wanapika chakula. That is definitely in Kiswahili. So in Kidabida that will be veveni vavedeka vindo. Veveni vavedeka vindo. I hope that you have been able to get those sentences clearly, and I hope that you have also been able to get the concept clearly. We can do a really quick recap of what we have learnt on the persons. Inimoni, that is mimi in Kiswahili. Sisi, that is isiveni. Isiveni, that is sisi in Kiswahili. Wewe, that is okumoni in Kidavida. Nyinyi, that is inyoveni in Kidavida. And finally, omoni, which is yeye in Kiswahili. And the plural is veveni. Veveni, which means wow in Kiswahili. Thank you so much for tuning in today's episode. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode as we continue to explore, learn, and speak this amazing language of mine. See you in my next video. Bye!